Hello and welcome. My name is Jennifer Smith-Simmons. I'm not only a primary school teacher working in Scotland with over 10 years experience, but I'm also the creator of Compassion Blossoms. I am delighted to welcome you to this short DVD all about 3 exciting programmes of work, How Do You Feel?, Nurturing Compassion and Compassionate Kids, that are designed to help children to both understand and to regulate their emotions. Throughout this DVD, I'll be outlining the background research lying behind each programme of work and also showing you what's included in each programme, and then showing you how this can help children both now and in their future lives.
Come and join us as we learn about how our emotions are connected to our brains and what we can do to regulate them.
As a primary school teacher working in Scotland, I was delighted when Curriculum for Excellence was introduced with such a prominent focus on health and well-being, and that this wasn't just on improving their physical health, but also on improving the emotional health of children. From birth, all humans have the challenge of regulating their emotions, as everyone is born with a highly sensitive threat system. Without compassion and guidance both at home and in school, children can find it increasingly difficult to do so and to go on and lead lives with positive mental health. In fact, research indicates that 1 in every 10 children will be experiencing poor mental health at any one time. And the World Health Organization recognises that it is depression that is the leading cause of disability globally amongst men and women. In fact, around 350 million people will be affected at any one time. Unfortunately, it is not only depression that can arise as a result of poorly regulated emotions. Children who are not shown compassion or given the guidance on how best to regulate their own emotions may go on to have problems with substance misuse or demonstrate aggressive or antisocial behaviour in adulthood. Economically, this can put strain on the scarce resources available in our early years and the ever-expanding adult mental health services that attempt to meet the growing demand for support with emotion regulation. Working with children to develop their soothing systems in order to better regulate the threat and drive systems is therefore a humane and moral imperative that has clear benefits to the child's current and future health and to society in terms of their potential contributions and the economic benefits of good mental health. With this in mind, I decided to design 3 programmes of work that uniquely draw on a science-based model of emotion regulation, and that are anchored in contemporary neuroscience, attachment theory and evolutionary psychology, as this would give children the chance to develop an understanding of why they may feel the way they do, that every kind of emotion is completely normal and not something to be embarrassed about, and that also gives them the tools to regulate those emotions that may not be as pleasant to experience. Programme 1 is designed for children around the age of 6, introducing them to a variety of emotions and developing a toolkit of ways to regulate them. Programme 2 is designed for children around the age of 9 and takes a more in-depth look at the 3 emotion regulation systems located within our brain and explores a variety of ways to show compassion to both yourself and others in order to strengthen your soothing system. And finally, Programme 3 provides a number of activities designed to help consolidate and secure their knowledge of the 3 emotion regulation systems and developing compassion. In Programme 1, How Do We Feel?, the children will begin to explore within the safety of a caring circle a variety of different emotions. Each lesson will introduce a new emotion, and through working within a caring circle and taking part in a variety of interesting and fun activities, they will develop a sense of safety and begin to share their own experiences, understanding that all emotions are perfectly natural to feel and that we should always try to accept and talk about them. As they progress through the lessons, they will gradually build up a toolkit of ideas on how to help both themselves and others around them regulate those emotions that may not be as pleasant to experience. The pictures you are viewing at the moment were drawn by children in a Primary 2 class, helping Baby Bear as he struggles with the feeling of anger. Even though the strategies were drawn for Baby Bear, there was evidence within the class of children using them on themselves. One great example was when one child even asked if he could have a drink of his water as he was feeling angry with another child and wanted to try and calm down. Programme 2, Nurturing Compassion, takes a more in-depth look at contemporary neuroscience. Drawing on research conducted within the field of compassion-focused therapy, the children learn about the 3 emotion regulation systems that impact how we feel. They will learn that located within the human brain are 3 emotion regulation systems, the threat system, drive system, and soothing system, that each have the capacity to respond to life events and flush a cocktail of emotions and sensations through the body. The role of the threat system is to alert us to threats to our well-being and survival. As with all other species of animals, humans have evolved with an inbuilt system to identify threat and respond appropriately. Threat can manifest from a variety of sources, including physical attack from outside and mental attack through verbal disparagement or fear of being excluded from any particular social group. When the threat system is activated, it will flush a variety of emotions, such as anger, anxiety, or jealousy, and sensations, such as sweating, shaking, or your heart beating faster, through the body. Unfortunately, the majority of such emotions and sensations can be unpleasant to experience. The drive system is very different. Its role is to motivate us to succeed, better ourselves, and accumulate the things we need, want, and desire. When it is activated, it flushes excitement through us to orientate us to these goals. When the soothing system is activated within our brain, it can be one of the most pleasant to experience, as its role to care about and lessen the suffering of ourselves will flush emotions such as love, safeness, and contentment through us. It is the system that provides us with the ability to care for ourselves and one another. Because the soothing system does create so many pleasant feelings within us, many people can mistakenly think that it would be best for it to exist alone within our mind. However, don't forget that while it is important for us to experience such feelings on a regular basis, there is still a need for the threat system to detect danger and keep us safe, and for the drive system to motivate us to pursue the things we need and want. As the idea of having 3 emotion regulation systems can be a very new and complex one for children, I felt it would be important for them to learn about these in a very fun and interactive way. In order to do so, they are introduced to 3 characters, Theo, Wendy and Callum, who go on a school trip and take part in an adventure course. The children study the 3 characters closely as they make their way on the bus and begin to complete the adventure course, making notes of both their physical features and personality traits, and debate which character is most likely to complete the adventure course. After discovering that neither Theo, with his large physique and sensitivity to danger, Wendy, with her highly motivated nature, or Callum, who is always happy, calm and content, are able to complete the course alone, the children are introduced to the idea that each character actually represents one of the 3 emotion regulation systems. Having already studied each character in detail, they already know the key points relating to each emotion regulation system, and move on to complete a series of activities, embedding this knowledge and ensuring they understand how each is connected to their emotions. Having learned all about the 3 emotion regulation systems, the children will then be introduced to the fact that while we are at our healthiest when the systems are in balance, unfortunately they are not naturally so, and that it is the threat system producing some of the more unpleasant emotions and sensations that can dominate. This is just like Theo, who is both the biggest physically and always the one to be speaking the loudest. They will learn that one of the best ways of helping the emotion regulation systems balance is to cultivate and strengthen their soothing systems by demonstrating compassion to both themselves and others, and through exploring the actions of Callum within the story, they will learn many techniques of doing so. In order to support teachers as much as possible in the implementation of each programme, a wide variety of resources are provided. Firstly, a forward planning template is provided, outlining the Curriculum for Excellence outcomes and learning objectives for each lesson and space for evaluation. For each lesson, a detailed plan is provided, again outlining the Curriculum for Excellence outcomes and learning objectives, as well as including details of methodologies and resources. A wide variety of help sheets are also included, designed to give teaching staff the knowledge to teach the lessons with confidence. And finally, all other worksheets and supporting materials that are required are provided. Now that you've heard about the 3 programmes of work, How Do You Feel, Nurturing Compassion and Compassionate Kids, I thought to take a quick minute just to remind you on why it is so important for children in primary schools today to both understand and to regulate their emotions. Remember, it is depression in adulthood that is the leading cause of disability. And in fact, in Scotland, suicide is the second largest cause of death in young adults, especially in men. So let's look at the children of today. Let's give the children in our primary schools the tools to go into their adulthood with positive mental health. I hope you found this DVD both interesting and informative. If you do have any further questions, please have a look through the information booklet. And of course, if you would like to get in contact with myself, I would love to hear from you. The contact details can be found at the end of your booklet. Thank you.